the most complete game you've ever seen Jordan play?
He's played a lot of great games for us. So if it's not the best, it's definitely one of the few best, because he was great at both ends. You know, his defense was excellent. I thought he was patient offensively. Got us into our offense well, and he just set the tone. He just carried us.
Is Draymond Green 3 consecutive threes exactly how you drew up the start of this game?
You know it. You know it. Yeah, that was a great start. You know, Draymond was feeling good right from the beginning of the game, and I don't think I've ever seen. I think he had 13 points in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the game. By the first time out, he had 13, which was crazy. But Draymond's amazing. Such a competitor, such an incredible defensive player, and those shots were huge for us. They just helped us get off to a really good start.
Was there like a mini heart attack when you let the third one fly?
Oh, no. He was hot at that point. You gotta let it fly.
I don't need to remind you of your road record or anything like that, but I think this was 5 straight road losses heading into today. Did today feel like a must-win kind of, just because of Steph not, Andrew still being out, and just everything else to try to help?
I just, you know, I don't like the term must win until you have 3 losses in a playoff series. You know, then that's what a must win is. Where we are right now, we're climbing out of an early season struggle. We've gotten better over recent weeks. We just haven't been able to capitalize on the road. But tonight was a great effort, and as I said before the game, I really like this team. I think we have a chance to be really good. And the fact that we're having to climb out of the hole and find ourselves, figure out our identity, guys are having to find roles, that's actually really rewarding. Sometimes these are the best kind of seasons where you got to figure it out collectively. And the guys have such a great attitude, such a great approach, and they're fighting, and it's nice to be rewarded.
Was there anything that jumped out to you? Obviously, you guys shot the 3-ball incredibly well in this game, but like in terms of the slips that you guys got and all the stuff going to the rim, was there anything in particular where you thought just like pacing or like something that you guys were doing that allowed you to hammer that stuff and like just completely unwind that rather?
No, I mean, I think, you know, anytime you're making threes like we were tonight, it opens up the game, and you know, the defense has to come out. You know, we had a slip, I think, for JaMychal. You know, as I think Koloko jumped out to guard Clay on a pin in the corner. And so, you know, guys make a few threes, it changes the game, and the defense has to respond to that, and they're more vulnerable to slips and back cuts and stuff.
Steve, go ahead.
Did that shift in the defense kind of benefit JaMychal Green the most?
I'm sorry?
Did that kind of shift in the defense, them having to extend out, you know, further kind of, you know, help JaMychal Green the most? Kind of?
Yeah, you know, Toronto switches everything, and so one of the thoughts going into the game was that JaMychal could play a big role because of his ability to stretch the floor as a big. You know, starting Draymond and Loon together, you know, you don't have ideal spacing. So for Draymond to go out there and knock down 3 threes, and then JaMychal to come in, make a couple more, you know, getting 5 threes from our big guys was a game changer.
Steve, you mentioned earlier how your own team is trying to kind of figure out their roles and identity and all that, and the Raptors are kind of in a similar spot. You know, they're on a 5-game losing streak. Sort of, what do you think is the key to being able to get out of those kind of funks? You know, is it just looking big picture? Is it, you know, changing something up in practice? How have you kind of found the ways to get out of those?
I think it's just maintaining your poise and equilibrium in a time where there's a lot of noise, and you know, especially in the modern life that we live. If you know, in the NBA, if you're struggling, you're going to take a lot of criticism and a lot of heat. What I like about our team, one of the reasons I really like this group, is that we've taken plenty of heat, but our approach and our attitude has been great. Yesterday's practice was fantastic. Had a great film session. Guys were upbeat. We practiced. Guys are laughing. They're enjoying the process. They're enjoying the work, enjoying each other. I think that's what it takes. Is, you know, your culture has to sustain when you're losing. And as long as you have that, that means the guys have the right approach and things tend to go your way.
And, go ahead. I'll go. You spoke a lot in 2019 about how much you like playing here in the crowd, and it was a great place to play. And today, the crowd was a little bit quieter because obviously there was a big lead on your half. How tough is it to play here when there's that big crowd? And do you notice a difference as a coach of the crowd noise or anything like that, or are you locked in?
I think the way that I always feel coming in here is that people love basketball. And there's a buzz in the crowd before the game even starts. And there's a handful of arenas that really stand out in that regard, where you can feel the juice, the energy before the game from the fans. And on top of that, it's a great building, it's a great venue. So I always just enjoy coming in here and experiencing the game and the crowd.
Coach, my question is not related with the game, if you allow me. Clay Thompson said 2 months ago that the Barca of Guardiola was inspiring for you, for your success in the last years. My question is, the team today is in reconstruction, Barca, but my question is keep being inspiring for you, the Barca.
Is keep things what?
No, if the game style of Barca keeps being inspiring for your game style, for your philosophy.
I'm sorry.
FC Barcelona, are they inspiring to your philosophy?
Oh, FC Barcelona, yeah. Years ago, I showed our guys some highlights of tiki-taka football. And the importance of possession and making simple plays, but controlling the ball. And so I just think there are a lot of parallels between football and basketball, soccer for Americans. But I think as a coach, it's kind of fun to give guys metaphors and highlights of other sports, and they tend to listen more. They get their fill of basketball every day. So I think the guys liked it. Clay brought it up, you said, early in the season. And it's the way that we believe in playing. We had 31 assists tonight. The ball moves. When the ball moves, everyone's engaged. Everyone plays better defense. They run harder. And so that's my feeling.
Steve, you talking for the game.
All right, Steve Kerr, check out this tweet from StatMuse. Pool without